Muted Vixx.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, it is approaching much later in the day, evening. It's the 27th of Earthrest. You guys are approaching Beldrim's Gate, which is now you know to be this long wall that is just steel. You see that there are large watchtowers in certain sections of this large walled off area that, like, if you look down in one direction, you can't see the end of it. The other end goes right into the base of Ale's Reach. The gates are open. There seem to be people getting stopped, their things checked by guards who are tending the area. For the most part, people are getting waved through. But there is occasionally, as you guys approach, you see that there are conversations had, people being pulled aside, their stuff rifled through. But you don't see anything particularly concerning about the entrance. I think Nyra probably notices this first. Up on the, like, above the gate, you can see that people can walk along this wall. But there are two of these, what Brittany would know to be like a turret gun, essentially. But Nyra doesn't really have a comparison for this sort of thing. It looks like maybe like a siege or defense weapon, but like so advanced compared to what you're used to. There are two mounted above the wall, and then now that you've noticed that, you can see that there are a couple mounted on each of these, like, these towers that are at, like, 1 mile sections on this gate.
And is there, like, people manning them, or
No.
actively?
No. It looks like the people that you do see up there are walking around.
Okay. Not the defense.
Is there like a line of people going through that we'd have to wait in, or is it?
It seems like it's moving fairly quickly, and I'm imagining you guys are still quite far from it anyway. People are spaced out. They weren't traveling together, it didn't seem like. So by the time that they're done and the other people approach, there's already room for them.
Right. I think it might be a good idea then if I hopped on a horse and used disguise self to make me look exactly like I do, but a foot shorter.
Nyra will also use disguise self, so she just looks like herself, but human.
Raelynn, just to remind everyone from last week, said if there's anything incriminating, hide it in the bag of holding. And then she'll also mention that we should have Alina and Vael talk us through the situation, through the gates, but perhaps this time we make a scenario in which we're all together. I'm not trying to find a way to meet each other.
That makes sense. What kind of cover story are we looking for here?
I think the one you had before was just fine.
All right, we can stick with that.
You're going with the merchant route?
Traveling merchant, yeah.
Perhaps pick someone less notable as your patron.
Yes, that was mostly to open doors, but here we want to draw less attention.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm all scattered in my notes here. All right. Yeah, so you guys agree on a story, do a quick disguise, and you make your way towards this massive gate that just like towers over you guys as you approach. And you see there are like two main guards on duty here. There's a lot of people around who are also like very similar armor. But it seems to just be two at a time right now who are manning the gate. And you see this woman who is dwarven. In Hedgareth, it's more common that they don't grow out their beards or they do something with them. And here this woman has her hair kind of braided down into a very like intricate beard in front of her with all these like adornments on it. And standing opposite to her is a gnomish man in lighter armor. All of them are wearing like this sort of, it's a dark sort of steel, but it's like, it has like a bronze sort of tint to it when you see it in the light. And the woman seems to be noting your approach as you're walking. Seems very routine at this point for her. She heads on over, trying to like intercept and meet you about 2 feet out from the doorway. Hello there. What's your name and business?
Aveless Vyrian, traveling merchant. My trade deal, unfortunately, was cut short in Mournhold, so heading back home to Iriath.
That was going to be my second question. And the others?
My entourage. Various specialties that go alongside my business.
She's going to like scan over each of you. All right. Well, you guys can go and head on through. You need to stop at the checkpoint there inside, though, to get marked.
Of course.
All right. You head on in.
Yeah. How far in is the checkpoint?
The wall itself is like 20 feet wide. So you're going through it for a little bit, and then you see very clearly on the other side there is like a little guard booth, and standing next to it is a very young human, looking very alert, and you could tell he's kind of probably new to this. And standing next to him is a forge bound that looks a lot different than the kind that you guys are used to seeing. There's no silvery blue tone to the metal used here. There's a lot of cogs like on display working like a very clockwork, and everything is again just like kind of like the armor here. It's a black and bronze sort of color to it. You don't see any of the tubing going through it as well, and it's pretty like framework, so it's like maybe you can't even say, well, maybe they're underneath the plating or something. It's kind of like to liken it to something else, very thin and humanoid looking, kind of like C-3PO. But like everything's kind of on display.
Interesting. Good evening, sir.
Oh, hello there.
We are to be marked to pass through the city.
Oh, yes. And he's going to like gesture to the little forge band who comes up. And you see now when he's like, it's kind of like reaching its hand out towards you, Vale, that there's like these arcane runes on each of the fingertips of this. And holds out its index finger. Back of your hand, please.
Of course. Yeah, I'll extend the back of my hand. I'm a little nervous, but okay.
Yeah. You feel this like pulse of arcane energy as a small sort of like stamp gets placed on you. You see it glow for a minute. It's kind of like it's like a sort of trapezoid shape inside of a circle.
Okay.
And then it kind of disappears almost. You can kind of still faintly see like a little bit of blue residue on you. All right.
He's as curious as I am. Vale will act completely mundane about all of this and move on.
Yeah, each of you are stopped, and this process happens to all of you as you go through this checkpoint. But before long, you are inside of a very bustling city. There's a lot of buildings that kind of resemble factories, but it almost looks like they're made to look that way. So you see something that clearly, just by the signage, looks like some sort of produce shop, but the top of it kind of is shaped in a way that it's kind of like going like this, but there's like steam coming out of the top of it. There are a lot of buildings that seem kind of unnecessarily mechanical. Like there are large wheel mechanisms that are used just for simply opening up like a simple door. Everything here looks very like industrial, and the ground beneath you, outside it was kind of like a dirt road. Inside the city, it's like a cobblestone, but well kept. Like you can tell that they tend to their streets a lot. You seem to be in a kind of like a trade ward. There's a lot of like businesses around here, and the occasional little small area that seems to be set up for shops. A lot of the people here seem to be more of the stout races and the smaller races. You see a lot of halflings, a lot of gnomes, a lot of dwarves, but still it has the kind of multiculturalness that Mournhold had. You do see you're not out of place if you're an elf here. You're not out of place if you're human. It just seems to be dominated by these races more so than others. What are you guys doing? What you looking for?
Remind me what time of day it is?
You guys pressed on, or you didn't need to today, right?
I think we did 1 hour, didn't we?
Yeah, because we got it.
If we did, we haven't rolled for that one. We rolled last time to get to the tents, the campsite.
I think it was only 7
Okay.
for you guys, so I don't think you needed to.
Fair enough.
It would have been 7 hours from whenever you guys feel like you left after that fight and got packed up.
We'll try to find an inn that can accommodate us and our horses on the west side of the city.
On the west side of the city. All right. Just kind of looking around.
Yeah.
Then roll me a perception check. This can be out in the open. Not bad. Vael, you kind of have like an instinct about city life, I feel like, at this point. And just like kind of common sense about how a town should be set up, which this town definitely follows your idea of that. There's no walled off sections like in Mournhold. Everything is just kind of open and flowing into each other. The west side. One thing I will note is that this town, or the city, is large. Like, it is sprawling. So you're walking for like about a half hour through the street, and you're still like in that district that you started off in.
Yeah, I'd rather get to the West End tonight, though, rather than adding it to our travel time tomorrow.
All right. You do have still the 2-hour leeway of pushing it, so
Right.
you continue on through the city. You go through more of a like, not exactly a business district, but more like things like town halls and like libraries and public services and things like that. This area is much smaller, but like tall, like built tall. It's almost like they didn't really put an emphasis too much on the political side of things in this particular city. And you continue on, you note that there's a lot of residential districts scattered here and there. They're very clearly, some of them are kind of slummy, others are more upscale, gated off communities that can still be seen up on a hilly portion just for show, I guess. And eventually you come across another sort of smaller hub of businesses that have a little bit of a mixture of that small town feel. You kind of get the sense that maybe this was some of the beginnings of this city, just by how old everything is here and how mismatch it kind of is. Like, you get some really nice houses, some older houses, and then you see some businesses, and there's like a small market in this center area, and looming over everything is a about a 20-story, to your estimation, building that is made mostly of bronze trimming and old stone. It's almost like over time they may have reinforced the stone with metal fabrication. And you see a sign high up above that says the Skyforge Inn. And you see that before you really see the base of this building.
What was that name one more time?
The Skyforge Inn. And you continue through. As you're coming closer to this inn, you notice that there's a lot of people here who are, it seems like, blacksmiths, alchemists. There's just a lot of like crafting centered businesses leading up this way. And the town square kind of, or the district square kind of opens up and is like between you and the entrance of this inn. and there is like a little there's like a statue to a dwarven woman that's completely made of bronze, and she is holding up a hammer towards the sky. And there's just like kind of little benches and stuff where people are sitting and kind of enjoying each other's company through this small little like makeshift park. And you do note that this inn seems very accommodating to your needs. There's plenty of space for the animals that you guys have in tow. There's even someone outside who seems to be welcoming and greeting in some guests at the moment. So yeah. Continue on.
Seems like the right place for us then. We'll get over there and...
A quick question, Vixx. About how long did it take us to walk across town?
You're pushing... Yeah, you're pushing total hours of travel today, about 9 hours.
Okay.
So a couple of hours, yeah, through town.
Mm. Big city.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'll offer the stable boy or girl or whomever a couple of silver to take our horses.
You note that this girl, she's like 20-ish, very sort of militant uniform almost. She's standing there welcoming people through, and you do note a little bit of a distaste almost when you give them like a couple of silver.
Ooh, this place is fancy.
Bougie.
Thank you, sir.
And I trust we can pick them up early in the morning?
Yeah, of course. Enjoy your stay.
Thank you.
As they all kind of walk, Raelynn's gonna wait behind just to see like how she's gathering the horses and everything, and I think she'll just say, "How much for you to treat this one especially well?" Point to Orin.
She goes, that'll be 5 silver.
That's fair. She'll give her 6.
You see that, though she still has a little bit of like a stink eye to her, you kind of get that maybe that's just her face. And she goes, you do see like a little bit of a lighter skip to her step as she takes your horses into this. It's a massive kind of barn that just kind of wraps around the building. So she like kind of walks in, and you kind of see her disappear around the corner as they seem to take them to the furthest available stall. All right. You head inside.
Yeah.
Okay, as you enter in, you do see like there is a smaller signage on the outside of this building that says the Skyforge Inn, and it says "Rest high above the hammers" as like a little slogan beneath it. You can smell first of all, you can feel like the steam in the air as you walk in, and you can smell I guess similar to the bathhouse in Vale. You might recognize this smell as you like approach your private springs at your home. Somewhere off in the distance. It's like when you enter a hotel and you're like, there's a pool here. behind the desk, you see a gnomish man kind of standing up on a stool behind the counter. He seems very focused on writing some names and some ledgers and sorting out some coin, but as soon as you approach, he gives you a very warm smile and says, welcome. You, new guests here.
Yes, hoping to be. You have rooms for us?
We do indeed. What sort of accommodation are you looking for?
He'll glance at the others. How many rooms?
4, I assume.
Works.
All right. Well, our standard rooms come with either a very large bed or 2 smaller ones, and those run for about 4 gold pieces a night. And the you can get a smaller room that would be 3 gold pieces a night. Though, if you're really looking to enjoy all of our amenities, I would suggest the standard room. If you're not all staying together.
Yeah, those sound fantastic. Standard rooms for them, please.
Perfect. Those ones start on the 8th floor. You are going to be on the 8th floor.
Perfect.
Do you need any help with getting your stuff upstairs?
Oh, no, I think we can manage. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Well, if this is your first time staying here, we do offer food and drink to your room for a charge. I suggest the Smelt Fire whiskey. It's our famous brew. You can also have access to the Skylight Dome up on the top floor. That is available for all guests in our standard room and for our Skyforge suite guests. There is, and he points down to the right. If you're looking for more of a tavern experience, you can just come downstairs and enjoy a meal and drink in our lounge. And points to the left and goes, and our bathhouse is available to everybody here as well. And
Perfect.
I'm going to hand you off the keys.
All right. Sorry, the rooms were how much each?
4 gold pieces.
I'm just going to cover it for everyone for now.
Oh, thank you.
And then I'll offer him an additional gold for his assistance and head up, I guess.
All right. You do. Who has seen this so far? I think it was Nyra and Raelynn. There is one of these like elevator sort of things next to the stairs that go up. It is currently lit on the inside. This one you don't see like the sort of crank system from outside of it.
This place is bougie.
Raelynn will start going up the stairs.
Nyra will go in the elevator. Wants to see how it works.
Yeah, you go in this elevator. Whoever goes in,
Does anybody else take the stairs? Okay.
Oh,
I just
okay. I was
didn't
gonna
want
say,
for
I
them to
just
be on
thought
their
you'd like pull her back and be like, "What are you doing, girl?" Leif can walk with me.
I mean,
keep
she
up
likes
with
to
his
work
long leg.
out. She's getting her
Here?
steps in.
Yep.
It's leg
Raelynn
day.
likes to work out. She's
Yep.
like, it's fine.
It's true. I didn't get
I don't.
training in.
I don't trust their contraption.
You're a tall guy.
I'm interested in
is there
seeing
any-
how it works.
Yeah, is there any sort of panel or anything to it?
Yeah, when you head in, there is a panel that has runes just kind of like in the order of like a elevator you would see. And the runes are kind of like marked with those similar to the little trapezoid shape. It's like one of them, and then two of them, and then three of them. And so you can kind of like gauge from that where you want to go. It does
with 8.
Yeah, it doesn't close until you touch a button, and then it shuts behind you. Yeah, you guys arrive on your floor a lot faster than Raelynn and Leif, unless they're trying to race you guys.
No.
Yeah, you guys are tired at the moment anyway, so you're kind of going up these stairs. You probably regret it at like the 7th floor, but you have one more to go, so it's like you push through it.
No regrets.
I blocked the CN tower. I'm fine.
I think once we get up onto the 8th floor, if nobody's around, Vael will kind of slow the group down a little bit, just because he wants everyone to kind of commune before heading into rooms. But even before they arrive, just kind of throw out there like, so is anyone planning any nighttime activities, or are we just resting up for the road?
I kind of want to see the dome.
I was thinking about that as well.
And the bathhouse also sounded really nice.
Could be nice for sure.
Yeah, so as you guys are standing here, there's about so you see that it goes, like the hallway goes in both directions from where you got out of the elevator, and then you can tell that it kind of turns off, like there's definitely more to this floor. But just judging by the numbers that you see already here on the doors, it looks like you guys got like a cluster of rooms here off to the left, kind of like 2 on one side and 2 on the other. And I guess Chinook is with you guys, isn't he?
Yes.
I think he was so confused about the elevator.
Yeah.
He didn't like that and was just like still the entire time.
Did one of those things where they spread their legs out and just...
But eventually you guys kind of regroup here in the hallway, and the keys that you have are numbered 5, 6, 7, 8.
How about you two? Anything you want to accomplish this evening?
I want to take a look at that Ale's Reach, see if I can get a view of it.
How far away is the actual mountain?
They're like nestled right into the base of it.
Fair enough.
Are you
The
going
city
to
is.
all the way up?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we have time for that.
No, not the mountain. I meant to the top where the dome is.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, you could certainly get a view from there.
I'd like to look at their boundaries of everything, the walls, see what their military looks like, how many.
That's a good point. We could probably report back everything we can see.
I plan to take notes.
Could be helpful for them to know what this does, if anything, too.
Yeah, I was afraid to cast magic in case it did something in track magic.
I will say also, since Vael rolled pretty well and Nyra just has crazy high perception, going through the city, it definitely seemed like you were seeing a lot of Zardan-specific soldiers. But you also notice some very familiar, like Volkos, or not Volkos, Savoran soldiers, and in the mix there, which was similar to when you were in Mournhold, except there was more presence there because they were, in the middle of war.
sorry.
All right.
All right, yeah.
Please, someone else talk for a bit. I'm begging you.
I will take Chinook and our stuff to the room.
What's everyone else doing?
I will put my stuff in whatever room is furthest from Vale's room. And and then I will come back out and wait for everyone to go upstairs, I guess.
Yeah, Nyra's gonna put her stuff in whatever room would allow her to face towards the rising sun the best, and then get ready to go upstairs.
All right. Then I feel like that would leave Raelynn and Nyra on one side of this hallway, and Leif, you are used to being next to them.
Sorry, Leif.
It's whatever.
When he gets home, he's gonna need a white noise machine that sounds like fucking.
That's so conditioned.
You can't sleep without it.
That's hilarious.
What a way to spend your 20s, laying in bed listening to someone else have sex.
Listen, there's a tavern downstairs. We could find someone for you. I'm just saying. You need the night.
Yeah, what was that card you pulled twice for Leif?
The Nine of Cups. Pretty much.
Yeah, you head into these very comfortably sized rooms. Again, very similar design to what you were seeing on the way in, except with some familiar elements of the rooms that you were staying in Mournhold, and that some of the elements of the room seem to be activated by runes. There's one by the door that you can kind of interact with that turns on the lights, and it seems to be like a dimmer switch situation, and that you can like make it brighter or dimmer. There are there's like small wash basins in here. The rooms that you guys have, there's just like two components to it. There's an area with the bed and all the other furnishings, and then a small area to like that's sectioned off to kind of wash up in front of a mirror.
It's so hard not to picture a modern hotel room with the elevator and everything. I'm just picturing like a mini fridge and a TV too.
When we were walking through, did we see any beacons?
You did not. No.
I want to make a few
Let me see
notes
some
on
top.
the runes around the room and what specifically they do before we head out.
Okay. Yeah. You find one that does the lights. You have one that does the water. Another one seems very unnecessarily to close and open the curtains. You could just close and open the curtains, but you can also just touch this button that's like near the bed. And
Are they different looking than the ones Raelynn drew from the last hotel that we were in? Because she drew them all down.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Because these ones seem to have a very specific design to them. A lot of them include that trapezoid shape in it. Very similar, especially if you're comparing the one with the water to the one with the water in this room. Very similar. It just has that added element of the trapezoid shape to it.
Got it. She'll draw them then beside the other ones and just put where she found them.
Do they activate if I touch them with Mage Hand?
Yes, they do.
Interesting.
Can Alina roll me actually an investigation or perception check? You can do this out in the out of the tower.
Sure. do perception.
You're like looking around this room, and you're kind of like opening everything up, and you find that inside of one of the bedside drawer, like the table next to the bed, you open the drawer and you see another rune inside of that drawer, and it's left with a small little like business card note with the Skyforge in like etched into it, and it says on one side like, "Thank you for staying, call if you need anything."
Wow.
Right. Are you guys waiting for a certain time before you guys go up, or are you just
No,
getting settled
Just
in
want to
and
check the room and then go. Yeah.
all right. Same deal in that you guys are splitting up, with some taking the elevator, some taking the stairs?
How many stairs up is it this time?
Like 12
Oh,
more.
like-
Story building,
Yep.
so more than you did last time.
Yeah, 12.
Probably
We're already halfway
try.
there.
Okay. If Leif's gonna do it, Raelynn will go.
And there's just so many stairs all over Kaldbor.
But you've also not been traveling for like 9 hours usually, so
Well,
roll me a con save,
Roll for
both of you.
You did walk the entire way, Lee.
I know what I did.
I am aware.
Raelynn, you really could just take the elevator with us.
Hell yeah! 8th round.
Oh, you guys are exhausted. You guys have a level of exhaustion to sleep
Hell
off
yeah.
tonight.
Hell yeah.
Worth it.
Yeah.
You guys don't look good.
Yeah, you guys
We'll
have
go to
been.
the bathhouse after. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, suffice to say, the group in the elevator reached this top of the stairs, or the top of the building first. And it opens up into its. So you're kind of still inside. It's just there's a lot of. Yeah, I guess the CN Tower is a great way to put. There's just a lot of windows all around. There are areas for sitting. There's a lot of plants that look like they don't really belong to the terrain that you've seen so far, like brought in from somewhere else, obviously. Very tall, very plush, and there's a young human boy who's kind of currently going around watering them at this massive like contraption. It's like a water tank on his back, and he's kind of spraying each of them gently with this little hose thing. Kind of gives you a warm smile as you enter the room. There are a few other guests here. It seems like it's maybe you've arrived before people really come and enjoy the view out here. But yeah, you see to the northwest, just a gorgeous view of Ales Reach just from where you're standing, which is kind of like at the center of this room. And yeah, what are you guys waiting for the others before you start really exploring?
Yeah, we'll wait around the top.
It'll be a while.
Yeah, you guys
Remind me, Vixx, is this just like a viewing area, or is it like a rooftop bar?
it seems like it's just a viewing area from where you can see. You're kind of like at the center here, and you came out one side, and it seems like that it probably wraps around. Right next to you is where they would come out of a stairwell, presumably. You do see that there are people up here that have drinks in their hand, though.
Well, Nyra, I think this would be a wonderful place for you to do your morning prayers.
Yes, tomorrow is the end of the month. It's a big day.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
The last day of every month, we do a ritual to bless weapons and whatnot.
oh, I wasn't aware of that.
Cleanse them.
You,
At this point?
yeah, they're waiting for you. So just anytime you guys arrive, when you do, it's very clear that they've had a go at the walking up here.
I think if Raelynn hears Nyra mention that, she'll just say, I know you've done my halberd before, would you mind doing my great sword, seeing as I tend to be using that here more frequently?
Of course.
I'd appreciate that.
If anyone has any blades they'd like looked at,
Oh,
I
I'll
wouldn't
make
mind
one
Ishira's
dagger,
blessing.
and it's meant to be dirty.
If you guys do explore, you do note on the other side of this, like on the south side of this area, you get a very interesting view. You are kind of in a district that's at the edge of Beldrim's Gate already, and to the south you can see, I think one thing that Raelynn would definitely notice, that you were kind of only expecting one more major city to the south. You're seeing a lot of like small communities beyond Beldrim's Gate. Just like the kind of like little dotted outlines of these communities. You note maybe about 4 along the way, especially southeast, like more further into Zardan. And something in the distance to the southeast is catching the light in such a blinding sort of way. Like you can't even make out what it is. It's just something over there is reflecting light back at the building. And
How far?
okay.
Sorry. Well, I was just gonna say, how far west can we see?
How far west?
Yeah, can we see Malinfort from here?
You kind of see something over there for sure. You're not certain if it's Malinfort. And you can see that there is a lot of hilly, rugged terrain that comes out of the southern portion of Vale's Reach.
That's fair. Do I see any indication of crossings for the river?
From here, you don't, but you do see you do make out the like trade road that you guys had been made aware of from the caravan. And it's like a very windy roundabout path. You'd assume that the crossing would be at the end of that, but it's almost like unpredictable, and it's trying to swerve around hill and other obstacles.
Fair enough.
Did you say the reflective thing was to the southeast?
Yes.
Would that be about where the shattered stair is? Can we see that far?
That is the direction that you would think it would be.
I want to spend a few minutes really focusing in on Ale's Reach.
Okay.
And then thinking about it and thinking about the dream I had with the revelations from the day before and how that potentially could have been from Aorus.
Roll a perception check and then roll me an arcana check in the tower.
Both of those in the tower?
The perception can be out in the open. And also just to note, to the east, you can't really make out the lake that you know to be there through all of the trees.
I have used one of my inspirations on perception, and you said the second one was arcana?
Yep.
In the tower?
Yep. Alina, as you're looking out over this mountain, now, like, you've seen it from a distance that there was definitely like some sort of path going up it. And now being this close to it, you can certainly make out some sort of trail that has been well worn over the years. And you also see now there are like small little, I don't even know how to, I have a picture of it in my mind, but it's like, it's almost like a tower that is attached to the building or to the side of the mountain, but it's not like touching the bottom of the mountain. And it looks like occasionally those paths just kind of veer up and off into them, and they look far apart to you. And it's getting a bit darker now. You note that there is no light coming from them. It looks like maybe they haven't been used in a long time. And as you are kind of trying to fix your mind on Aelris, you feel it's almost like an unsettled feeling. Something you probably felt during some of your more advanced sisterhood training. Just like that, there's something there, but you can't quite puzzle it together. And one thing I will note now that you guys have kind of gone and looked to the south, there is an area here that seems to be set up kind of like a 360 sort of shelving system that has various drinks and glasses, like a sort of self-serve thing. And there is a large dwarven man seated kind of looking off to the east viewing window. He looks very finely dressed and looks up there in age. He has long red hair, and a lot of it is turning white, and you can see just deep scars on his face. But you notice that he's wearing the same colors as a lot of the staff here, but he's just very casually sitting, looking out over the view. And he gives you a very, you don't expect it with how stern his like resting face is, but he gives you a very warm smile as you kind of make your way to the south window.
The view from here is beautiful.
You say that to him?
Mm-hmm.
I always thought so. It's my favorite place to come. You guys are new here.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoying it so far?
We just arrived, but I think so.
And what do you do?
Fallen in with a merchant for now.
For now, so you have your own ambition.
No, he's certainly captured my interest.
Gives like a little bit of a smile and nod to that. Well, he stands up from where he is. You can definitely tell, like, his knees are not good, just like the way he stands up in his chair with a little bit of a grunt, and he goes, kind of makes his way over to Alina. With a very, very large hand, like he's just stocky and massive, and you can tell that his fingers are like calloused from years of work, probably. He goes, "Name's Gunnar Colville, and I own this place."
It certainly is a marvel.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. It was built with a lot of love and care.
And great attention to detail.
Well, I built it in honor of my wife, and she was very meticulous. I think she would probably chew my ear off if someone said otherwise.
Was?
She passed a while back now.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
I was lucky to have that with her before, the end of my life, so I can't complain too much. We had a lot of good years together.
We should all be so lucky. She must have been marvelous to inspire something like this.
She kept me in line so many years, kept me out of trouble, and I couldn't think of any other way to thank her than providing some place to rest. She was the kind of person that made you feel at home in her own house.
True gift.
Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Alina Misgard.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What are the others doing while she's talking to him?
Is the moon coming up yet?
It's trying to think of how many hours have passed. Like 10 hours now? Yeah, it's getting there. It's not like up in the sky high right now, but it is definitely approaching that time.
And we determined that there are refreshments available up here.
Yes.
Leif is going to try some of the recommended whiskey and just watch the moon come up.
Yeah, it has kind of a little bit of a kick to it, like a spice aftertaste to it. And Raelynn wanted to check specifically the guards and their military and stuff.
Yeah, like we walked through and saw certain areas, but we didn't really see a military district or anything, so
Yep.
look for that.
Yeah, where you guys are, as you're looking around, you see something that looks akin to that in like the north. Actually, it might be like directly north from you guys. You guys are at the west end of town. It's like nestled right on the south side of the wall, but like right at the base of Gale's Reach. Very defendable sort of area. And it looks pretty well equipped. Like it's not a small military and it's not a small district. It could easily be a little village of its own, like comparable to the size of it's larger than Belgrade for sure.
Okay.
And you notice that it's next to what looks like a factory to the south of it. And they seem to be working in tandem. You see some pieces of like these sort of turrets that were up on the wall being taken out of that factory and like into the military district, and it seems like they're piecing them together there.
Are there any of the forge bound also being brought out like that? Like a factory that looks like they're
It doesn't
turning
look
those out?
It doesn't look like they're manufacturing there, if that's what you're getting at, but they are coming and going from there too. It almost looks like they're workers as much as they are soldiers here.
Got it.
And then if you look along the wall, it looks, you saw coming in that there were like 2 people per a large portion, like manning this area. But now from up here, you can see there's about 4. They're just on the other side of this 20-foot wall. So each area seems to have about 4 men on guard. Vale, what are you up to?
Bill, likewise, will try the recommended whiskey. And I think he's just gone to the western end of the building and is just like leaning on the glass and looking out at their destinations.
You picked a pretty good spot. Like you're looking also like down at how much time you might need to get out of here in the morning, and you'd estimate like it's probably 10 minutes away from the entrance to the west here. And looking, give me a perception check in the tower.
Yeah.
And Alina, I think if you don't have a drink in your hand, this man is going to kind of mix something together for you. It looks like it's mostly the whiskey, but he kind of dilutes it a little bit with some sort of bubbly mixture that you're not really familiar with.
I'll take the drink, and after a minute, if he's close enough, I'll try to call over Aeolus and tell him I have someone I want him to meet.
Oh, yes, of course. It's over. Hi there, Aeolus Lyran.
Oh,
This is the merchant I was telling you about.
Well, Gunnar Colville, I'm the owner of this place. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. It's really quite a marvel.
Thank you. Lena here was just telling me that. And what is it that you, you're a merchant. What is it that you dabble in?
Mostly oddities, curios, trinkets of magical origin, that sort of thing.
Oh. Interesting. You get a lot of work for that, then?
Well, it's not as steady as, say, trading in timber or wine, but well, the margins tend to be a little bit better. It suits my lifestyle.
Well, do something that's comfortable and that you have a passion for, and you'll have a pretty good life.
I think so. Nothing worse than living a passionless life.
And looks off to the people that have scattered around the room, even the people that he couldn't see around the corner that definitely aren't with you. So it's just you two then?
We're here with an entourage.
Traveling in style.
Yes, of course. You know, many hands make light work and all that.
I know all about that.
I can imagine.
Mr. Colville was telling me he built this place in honor of his wife.
That is adorable. What's her name?
Lyra.
Beautiful name.
Maybe someday I'll tell her that.
You should tell her every day.
She's no longer with us.
Tell her anyway.
Now that's adorable.
What does the cocktail taste like?
It's kind of like Coke and whiskey, pretty much.
Yes.
You got a rye and Coke.
So, are you guys staying in the suites or?
Unfortunately, with our business being cut short in Mournhold, we what's the word I'm looking for? Opted to stay in one of the standard rooms.
Still not bad though.
Not bad at all. In fact, better than the accommodations in Mournhold, I dare say.
Can I quote you on that?
Oh, I wouldn't have you torching all my bridges like that.
It could be an anonymous review.
Then by all means, make it anonymous and you can quote anything I say.
I'll hold you to that. He's now listening to everything that Vaelthar said the rest of the day. All right. What would everyone like to do with their night, and how long is Leif watching the moon come up? Where are you waiting for it to reach in the sky?
I assume that the sun and the moon rise east-west like they do here,
Yes.
or
I don't want to even get into a different system than that.
So then it would be a while until the moon is over the mountain, right? From this
Probably.
perspective.
Yeah.
I'll probably, if there's like a chair or something, I'll pull that or turn it so I can look out the window and enjoy this beverage slowly and wait for it to get, fully risen in the sky.
Yeah, all the it's kind of like those like backless kind of like plush little long chairs. They're all kind of situated with like optimal viewing, but there are a couple that are more just around like the little bar area. So you could definitely find a decent spot to get a view of the mountain. In particular, that's like one of the more sought after views. And Vale, you had rolled me a perception check there. You didn't glean anything from that. You saw a lot of hilly terrain in Endelos. It actually kind of reminds you a little bit of Ashendar in some portions of it, looking out.
Yeah, I think a period of that was like this weird dichotomy of like really trying to focus in on what's ahead and missing home a little bit.
Mm-hmm. You do notice that a lot of the southern areas of both Zardan and Endelos don't seem to be affected by the cold weather. It's fairly mild. Still cold, but like there's no snow on the ground.
Are Vale and Alina still together?
Yeah.
I think Raelynn, after a while, will come over closer to the evening, and she'll have reached her hand out to like touch Vale's shoulder, but seeing Alina there, she'll put her hand down and withdraw. Vale, do you have a moment to talk this evening? It doesn't have to be now, but at some point.
With this guy nearby, I assume you're using.
Yeah,
Aevalis.
sorry, Aevalis. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, actually. Would you two excuse me?
Of course.
No, not at all. She's pleasant company. I wouldn't mind.
My apologies.
He gives you a nod, and I think he actually invites Alina to come and enjoy his like favorite spot. where he was just sitting, and is willing to chat her ear off more about stuff.
Vale kind of like looks at Raelynn, looks at the stairs, like back to her. Where would you like to have this conversation?
Somewhere private, perhaps my room. Would that be okay?
That's fine with me.
We'll head back there.
Is she taking the elevator this time?
Would Vale make her take the elevator?
I mean, he
Would he
wouldn't
highly
make her.
recommend it?
He would assume we're taking the elevator, though.
If he starts walking, she'll walk. She won't make a thing about it. She'll just go with him.
Both Raelynn and Chinook are.
Yeah, they both splay out.
What a bizarre feeling.
Well, it's better than falling 100 feet to your imminent stop on the ground.
Then why would you not take the stairs?
I said it's better than that.
Oh. You're gonna fall down the stairs that way.
No, I'm saying I have fallen 100 feet.
Oh. That's awful.
It hurt a lot.
You're okay though?
Yes. I was fortunate.
That's good. I guess just this way. She's being awkward. She's just like, let's go.
He doesn't react to the awkwardness at all. He's just being normal about it.
Yeah. She'll open the door to her room and just be like, have a seat.
It's one of those conversations, is it?
Would you rather be against a wall? I can do that too, but it always ends up with me yelling at you.
Yeah, he just laughs that off. He was like headed to the window, but he just redirects, takes a seat somewhere comfortable, and settles into it looking very relaxed.
Once he sits down, Raelynn will walk to any of the windows in the room and she's going to close all the curtains. And then she's going to walk back to the door and lock it while looking at him.
She's about to kill him.
Yeah,
This is by no means a way to keep you in. If you do want to leave at any point during this conversation, you are more than welcome to. It's just a precaution.
You have nothing to explain to me. I don't feel like I'm in any danger here. Do you intend me harm, Raelynn?
You thought I did.
What?
She'll grab a chair and just like sit it in front of him. Like it's a long talk and she just puts her hands in her lap. I think we need to talk about a couple nights ago what happened between us.
Okay.
I first want to apologize at what you told me, what you showed me. It didn't feel right. It didn't feel like you were prepared to, that you wanted to. It felt like you were scared and you were just grasping at straws trying to find a way out when I was berating you and making you feel uncomfortable. And I just wanted to apologize for making you out yourself.
I very much appreciate that, but it's unnecessary. Yes, I panicked, and I probably shouldn't have shown you, except, you know, the more I thought about it, Raelynn, you're really my best friend.
She'll smile at that.
You probably should have known already. If not for your family connection, I might have shown you some time ago.
Have my people ever harmed your people? Is that why you thought I'd kill you on spot if you told me?
No, it's more so that you, by law, I should be executed for this. And your family has a duty to uphold the law.
Understood.
But
I
was a fool for thinking that you or Varric would put the rule of law above other things.
So Varric knows?
No, but he knows there's something.
Okay. I'll make sure not to say anything. It's not my information to tell.
You'd do better than me, then.
Do you mind me prying a little? I've only heard stories of your people. I've never seen one.
I'll tell you what I can, which won't be much, but
How did you get here?
I don't entirely know. I was 6 years old, and I had a bag over my head for much of it.
Oh.
They
So
wanted to make sure I couldn't find my way back home.
So you have no idea where the entrance is?
No.
Is this something we should look into? Is there something we should fortify so that no one can come get you, to protect you? I have people.
I don't think they have any interest in coming for me. They wanted me away from them. They were afraid of me
Why?
because of my skills.
The blue ones? Or are they blue just because you're blue?
Well, from what I understand, they're blue because I actually have the blood of a blue dragon in my veins, which tend to be less regarded than bronze.
Well, yes, but I have red dragon blood related to me, so...
Do you really?
Well, Drados.
Right.
Red dragon. My father's from there. I'm not direct, perhaps, but affiliated, I guess, in a way. She's like
Yeah.
awkwardly trying to make a joke.
Fair enough. Well, yes. But something about my scales were... They weren't fond of them. In fact, I remember one of the last conversations I overheard from my parents. They said if only they weren't blue, he can never be one of us again.
Well, it's a shame for them.
It's a shame for a lot of people.
Not me.
Yes,
You always have a place with the Saveths.
I'm starting to believe that.
You should. You've always should have.
I've always been an outsider, though.
You don't have to be. Can I see it again? It was only for a brief moment in the darkness. If it's too much, please don't feel like you have to. Does it hurt?
No, it doesn't hurt. Changing is as natural to me as breathing.
Does it
In
hurt
fact-
when you're in this form?
No, actually, this is the most comfortable I've ever felt. Even from the very first time that I took this form, it felt right.
I think does he change?
Yeah, he'll shift back to his actual form.
I think she's just gonna like sit there and stare at him and like not in a like what the heck's wrong with you kind of way. It's the only way I can describe it as it's like in Hook when the little kid's looking at Robin Williams when he's old and he's just like, I know you're in there, like that kind of sincerity, right? And she's just like,
oh, there you are, Vale.
yeah, there you are. Yeah. But she's just like staring at him, and I think she'll put her hand up to want to touch his face, and then she'll pull back. And she'll just like do this instead, so she has something to do with her hand. So she's like, oh yeah, it was totally a natural move for me to like want to sit like this. And she's just staring at him, like, cocking her head to the side.
You can touch the scales if you'd like to.
No, it's okay. I will say though, it's rather boring.
What is?
This. I would have. Don't get me wrong. I just thought perhaps in your original form you would have been more ugly. Like, someone that would have been like, I want to be the most beautiful elven prince and change yourself into it. But the fact that you're gorgeous now and you're gorgeous as Vale, it's rather boring, really.
I'm sorry to disappoint. If you prefer, and he shifts into like a really fat guy with like a long nose, and like
Now
his
that's
face is all
interesting.
splotchy.
Can you do other people? Could you do?
I can do
Could you
just
do
about
Garrick?
anything. Yeah, of course. And instantly shifts into Garrick.
Does he talk with his voice?
Yeah, everything is identical.
That's unsettling. Please change back. I hate that. Although you did tell me you couldn't grow a beard.
Is it just me or is it her? Yeah, you cut out for a second there, but I said I couldn't grow a beard.
Yeah, at one time in combat you said you couldn't grow a beard.
Oh, yeah, well, full elves can't grow beards, so I've been living the lie so long that I just kind of say things. But I could grow any style of beard you like, and literally he grows like 3 separate types of beards, one after the other.
It'll take some getting used to, although I guess you'll be Vaelthar for the time being.
I have no intention of changing. That's who I am now. In fact, as boring as it may be, I picked him because he looked like me in a lot of ways. Same build, same frame, same dashing good looks, and dragon scales, just like mine. It seemed right.
You do know you can be yourself around me, though, right? I want you to know this is a safe place. You're always safe with me. The way that you've made me safe all these years.
I'm grateful. But, as I said, being Vaelthar Vyrian has become who I am. I may not be exactly like the real one, in fact, I never met him. That's impossible to say. But who I've been for the last 10 years is who I am.
She's gonna pause again, and she's gonna look like a little sad for a second, and then she'll go back to her face, masking, and she's just gonna be like, I know it's who you are, and that was another thing you brought up in our conversation that bothered me. That night you said a whole bunch of awful things about yourself. You said you were a liar, a manipulator. You don't truly believe those things, do you? Why do you demonize yourself?
Those things are true, Raelynn. They are facts.
They're survival.
They were at first. Now they're a way of life. I have everything that most people would ever want, and yet this is what I do.
It just hurts to hear you talk about yourself that way.
Well, it hurts to be this way sometimes.
Can I ask you what you see when you look in my eyes?
I'm not sure I entirely understand the question.
If you were to look at my eyes, you would see there's no fear, there's no distrust, there's no looking at you as if you're an awful human being. All you would see is, if you got close enough, a reflection of yourself in my eyes. And I think you need to look close and get closer to people to realize you're better than you appear in a mirror. You're better than you think you are. You just have to be willing.
Chinook barks in agreement.
Yeah, I was gonna make a comment, but I'm like, Vale's too much feeling this moment. He just kind of leans back away from her and like looks off to the side. I will consider your words.
That's all I can ask. I can't force you to do anything you're not comfortable with.
Our last private discussion in an inn bedroom would have led me to believe otherwise.
What do you mean?
When you pushed me against a wall and forced me to hear you out, despite how uncomfortable it was.
Oh, I didn't realize you were uncomfortable. My apologies.
Actually, I was fine. I was just making a joke.
I knew you would be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, any other questions before we rejoin the group?
Friends?
Of course. And he'll not only take her hand, but he will pull her into him and hug her.
She will stop before he does that. Give me time before that happens.
Understood.
And in the future, I have nothing against you and Alina being together, and I'm happy that you're doing things, but I just ask that you think about the girl on the other side of the tent whose heart's a little shattered. Just keep it down. Or the silence spell. Either or.
I'm sorry. I truthfully never even thought about it.
I assumed. You okay?
Yes. Just, you deserve a better friend as well. And I promise to do better.
And I will be your better friend as well. I promise I won't yell at you. Well, I can't promise that, but I'll try not to yell at you.
I don't believe you.
You shouldn't. But it's nice to have you back. I miss this.
Yeah. No kidding. I was starting to feel like I had burned all my bridges with your family.
No. To the gallows. And I'll just get up. She'll get up and unlock the door. So he can leave if he'd like.
Yeah, I think he just kind of, he heads to the door and he pauses and I don't know if this is also something that would make you uncomfortable, but Alina and I are planning to check out the baths before we get our rest.
I'm going to try and write down everything I could see upstairs first while it's fresh in my mind, and I'll come.
Good.
Good.
As you guys part ways from this conversation, upstairs, I think, where's Nyra during all of this? What side of the room? Because Alina's on the east side-ish, and Leif would be on like the northwest side for the mountain. Where's Nyra at?
I think she's on the east side. She's trying to see if there's what other, like, this is a very large city, and she's just trying to pinpoint any sort of religious buildings or places of knowledge, like before it was a giant spiral, so she's wondering if there's something similar.
Give me a perception check. And while you're doing that, Leif, you notice that there's these two humans who are standing at the west side of this viewing place. And you note that one of them comments on how it's getting dark and it's going to be difficult to see soon. And the other was just like, okay, well, just wait, hold on. And you see that they pull out like a telescope, and they're just kind of like viewing the whole area from up here, but using that to their advantage at the moment. And you can hear like the amazement on this guy's voice, like whoa, you can see so far. And the other one's like trying to hit him and get his attention, like, well, let me try. And he's like, I just had it for like a second, hold on. And they're like fighting each other off. Nyra, looking around the city, you notice something that does stand out to you in particular, because you did go to the Arcane Ward twice in Mournhold. And near the Spiral Archive, you saw something very similar to this building, which it's like a 4-story sort of tower made of stone, very intricate design. It's circular in shape, and you notice right at the top of it, this is like a observatory. It's just like a massive bronze telescope mounted at the top of this thing. And you do note some colors that felt very familiar to what you were seeing in that very like small section of buildings that were around the Spiral Archive. So like not that itself, but very similar in design to just that area of Mournhold. And you notice that when you catch the sight of that, you notice that there is like a path that goes down west and seems to trail up into another part of Ales Reach. So there's one kind of coming out of the military portion of the city, and then one coming out from here. And this observatory is, you'd guess, maybe like a 15-minute walk north from here. And that building does seem like it's like lit up inside.
Is the telescope out?
Mm-hmm.
Is it looking any particular direction?
It would be looking to it'd be looking to like straight north, like not at the mountain. It'd be looking to the northern sky. It is 8 o'clock, or past 8 o'clock though. So we will take a quick break and come back and see what you want to make of that. If there's anything you guys want to further explore here, or if you're just gonna have a little spa episode, that's totally fine. But we're gonna get some drinks and snacks, and we'll be right back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We left off on a lot of the party upstairs in the viewing deck of this inn that they're staying in for the night. And Vael and Raelynn were downstairs having a conversation that ended on a positive note of them being friends again. They probably didn't stop, but like they made sure that each other knew where they were at. Is more or less what happened. All right. what would you guys like to do with your evening? You have lots of things that you could be exploring, so I'm just handing it off to you now to let me know if there are certain moments that you want, if there's any studying taking place, if there's any areas of town that you're checking out. Go ahead and let me know. Or don't. That's fine.
I want to head to the
Raelynn
bath.
just-
I'll have to.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say Raylan's just marking down all the like extra villages and stuff that she saw and everything, a military in her note, and then she'll head to the bathhouse.
Okay. What are the others doing with their evening?
Well, I'm heading to the bath with Alina, so.
I have to go pull her away from Chatty Dwarf.
I think I'm gonna contemplate the moon for a while and see if anything more happens again.
Just thinking about it, like.
I don't know how this whole religious thing works as Leif, so I don't think he's gonna like get down on his hands and knees and do the same thing that they did out in the middle of the field, right in the middle of this observation bar, but he'll like focus in a similar way.
In the tower, give me a religion check.
Oh boy.
I mean, you're a pretty quiet individual. A lot of the time you tend to have a lot of space to be in your own thoughts, and you're familiar with your own inner voice. And so I feel like when you're doing that, especially in light of the experience that you had the other night, you feel, you don't see anything, you don't have this major revelation, but you feel like a strange, like a, I don't even want to call it a comfort, but like a presence. Just, there's just something, it's almost like in your nervous system, it just feels like you feel like somebody's there. But other than that, you continue to watch the moon go up in the sky for some time. You see people coming and going to this deck, and it gets a little bit more livelier as the sun goes down in the sky. It seems like it, especially like elvish folk who are here seem to kind of flock to the viewing deck. And you get a pretty decent view of the night sky. It's clear. You kind of, actually, can you give me a perception check as well in the tower?
You got it.
Do you think Leif is the type of person that would be trying to avoid and tune out people, or would he be someone who's kind of taking particular note of his surroundings?
I think usually he would be taking particular note of his surroundings, but I think tonight he's trying to tune people out.
Yeah, you do a very good job at doing that. As these people kind of They almost like don't even pay you any mind. They move around you. Sometimes they kind of annoyingly block your view because you're sitting on a chair and they're like standing at the glass. But it doesn't take long before they kind of move along, and yeah, you see quite a few people come and go.
I think at some point it will get too busy for me and I will leave.
Where do you head off to?
I will head back downstairs and find something to eat and see if I'll see if Raylan's in her room, and if she's not, then I will just eat my dinner in peace.
Depending on when you go there and how long the others decide to spend at the bathhouse. The bathhouse is like, they seem to be having like mineral baths. Like each area has their own different mineral. You can kind of smell the differences in the air as well. It's not very crowded. There is a halfling woman named Teresa. She introduced herself as soon as you came in, who's tending to this bathhouse. And you probably note during your time there that whenever someone comes in and they look very like adventure-y type to her, she gets very flirty and very attentive to them and doesn't pay as much mind to you guys in there. How long do you guys feel like you stayed there?
Not long. Raelynn would just bathe and go.
Well, right. Alina, was there something that you wanted to do while you were there?
While we're there, I just wanted to ask, without naming Shindar or Wormcrest, you've got hot springs at your home, right?
Yes, they're quite nice.
It's true. I assume I'm still there, or am I not there?
Up to her if she waited until you left.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll say I left.
That works, because I think I'll continue with, I've been thinking more about what it would be like to be there.
I'm glad to hear it, because I've been thinking a lot about what it would be like for you to be there as well.
You've talked about it before, but it's always been this concept that you irritatingly wouldn't invite me to.
Well, we had our roles to play at the time.
Made it difficult to study you.
Yes, well, you made it difficult to figure out what the Sisterhood was up to.
Would you have said the Sisterhood out loud?
I
Or you
guess
assume
I
we're
don't
kind
know
of
what the-
dancing around it?
Yeah, if we're even remotely public, then he would codify it a little bit.
Reminds me, when we're out of town tomorrow, I do plan to tell you all more.
It's probably a good idea.
I know I'm playing a dangerous game, but for now, I still want to be a player. It's easier to learn from the inside.
Yeah. I have accomplished very little from the outside, despite all the money I funneled into that place and my many impromptu visits.
You've been well studied and thanked for your funds.
Well, perhaps when we go back, we should plan a more thorough investigation.
I think it will come to that. I'm afraid of the answer, whatever the answer may be. But I like knowing that I have another choice in my life now.
and that door will not close on you so long as it remains in my possession.
And unless you have anything else you want to roleplay through that kind of covered the bulk of.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
All right. Well, then, I mean, Leif, you probably do find Raelynn at
Yeah.
in her room.
It was a short visit to the bathhouse.
You hear a knock on your door.
I opened my door.
Can I come in? I want to talk to you about a couple things.
Of course. Have a seat. She'll gesture at the room wherever you want to sit.
Find a chair or something.
There are two chairs that are like seated right across from each other.
If there's a couch, I'll take that. Do you think it's safe to talk about sensitive stuff in here?
Honestly, no. But
All
I
right.
don't think there's anything we can really do, being you and I, to counterbalance that.
Oh, maybe I'll hold some of it for later, but well, then I'll just go on the second thing. This is you've been giving me a lot of worry, care recently. The tea. I see that side eye you give me every time I cough. What's going on? What's going on?
I'm just concerned for your health.
Is that all?
Check.
Yeah.
Let's see.
-2.
Yeah, I have a -2 too. Don't forget. So it's fine. I guess deception. I'm gonna roll it. I'm doing great. I'm lying.
You're lying.
Perhaps.
All right. If you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. But
Well, I'm just. Aren't you concerned? Have you had a cough this long?
no, but you're more concerned than I am, which makes me feel like I'm missing something.
I just have a lot of experience with people becoming ill with your symptoms, and I'm a little worried. That's all. Nyra says it's nothing to worry about, so I'm sure it's fine. But I've watched 2 of my family members pass away from symptoms starting off this way, and I really just don't want it to come to that.
Leif looks a little bit more concerned now.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean
it's
to.
good. Look, I would rather know than be surprised.
Of what happened?
Well, if this is... I think it's a cough, right? Unless they also said we're belching black smoke. There's a lot of things that make people cough.
True. I think it was just the constant cough and the fact that you weren't in the tent when the mage told us about a sickness that the mages were also contracting that had these sorts of symptoms with the magic. And I have no inkling what could have caused my aunt or my mom to pass away, but I don't know. I'd rather be cautious and pretend like it's the worst and prepare for that versus brushing it off like it's nothing.
I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you for looking after me, I guess.
Well, to some degree.
It's good tea, by the way.
We should have some together then.
I've got some. Now or?
Probably not. It's
Okay.
late. I don't know about you. My legs are throbbing from doing those stairs. I think I might get an early night, but
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything, but those stairs suck. I've been away from the cliffs too long, it seems.
do you want to know the symptoms of what I had to watch my mother go through?
I think it'd be good to know what to be on the lookout for. Hopefully I would notice them before anyone else.
She like sighs and just like reliving this memory is a lot for her. It started off with just like her voice seemed softer. Speaking for long periods of time seemed to. She loved to chat. She really did. She was a people of the people and person of the people, and she just grew tired after long periods of time of talking. It's been hard to notice with you because you don't talk so much, but there seemed to be like a swelling in her throat, which is normal, right? You get a cough and your throat aches and it's fine, but then it started, I don't know, her voice started sounding echoey, like it was underwater. Like it reverberated in a weird way. It just felt distant. Like it didn't feel like it was coming from her. Then it left her. She just couldn't speak at all. That's why I signed, because it was the only way I could talk to my mother. The only way I could communicate with her, because I didn't want to give up on that. I didn't want her to be alone, trapped in her own mind. So we made it work. After that, I went to Ashendar to try and see if their clerics could help, but they had no answers for it. So when I came back, she had started withering away at that point. She was weak. She couldn't barely move. She told me there was a ringing in her ears. I don't know what that meant, but it was like echoes and a loud sound. And then the end, she went to sleep and just never woke up. But she looked peaceful.
No ringing here yet, but
It's good. It did
Thank
take
you.
a year. So if anything changes, please let me know. Please let Nyra know.
I will. And I appreciate you sharing this with me. I can tell it wasn't easy or fun.
No, definitely not fun. But as sad as it is to say, I'm used to it.
I get it.
What is Nyra doing during this time?
She probably went down and got an early dinner because she has to get up earlier than normal.
She go and eat in the like tavern sort of area.
Yeah, she'd feel weird about having people bring food to her room and serve her. So it's too similar. So she's just gonna go down.
And how long after Raelynn leaves does Vale and Alina stay there? 20 minutes, half an hour, an hour?
Do they like how do these springs work? Like, is there a constant replenishment of heat in the water?
Mm-hmm.
Then Vale's probably pretty comfortable staying there for a while.
And you guys are able to like order drinks and stuff while you're there
Oh,
as
then
well.
they're there
and-
until bedtime.
Well, all right. Then Nyra, you're the only one who sees this. As you're kind of like sitting having your meal down in the tavern, you notice that people seem to come here and take food, like they take food orders and then they leave. Oftentimes it looks like maybe single people. They just kind of come and order food and they pick it up and take it out. And while you are like nearing the end of your meal but not quite done it, you notice this elven woman, kind of young, like for an elf. They age fairly slowly, so she could easily be like 100 years old still. But you would gauge her at like the equivalent of early 20s, maybe, a few decades older than 100 is probably what you'd guess. And you see that she is moving very, very weakly, like frail. She has this deep skin tone to where it's like bronze, and she's a very striking woman, but she has, you see that her brown hair has a lot of silver veining in it, like there's just streaks here and there throughout her hair. And she goes up to the counter and you notice that she is like signing something to the man at the front desk. And as she's doing that, he's just like, I'm sorry, I don't understand. Can you? And he kind of like steps off the stool and rummages around underneath the desk that he's standing at and gets out like paper and pen for her. And you can see the tiredness in her eyes as she's just like, she looks a little bit dejected at being handed this. And you kind of soon see why, because when she tries to start writing, it is shaky as hell. She can barely scrawl out what she needs to, but this man at the front desk does his absolute best to like try to make out sounding things out so that she doesn't have to fully like write all the way. And she can then just move on to the next word, and she seems thankful for that. And then after a moment of this interaction, he goes, "Oh yes, please take a seat," and kind of directs her to the seat near the door, where people seem to wait to be seated in the main lounge at times. And it seems like perhaps this man like took her order, but she wasn't able to do anything. She wasn't able to actually verbally say it to him, and she sits there as she kind of waits for him to. He kind of like disappears, and it seems like maybe this order had been placed before, and she's now just kind of picking it up. It's sort of packaged in a very elaborately embroidered sort of like bundle. And he goes, are you sure that you can take it yourself? And she seems to insist. She stands up and takes it, but she looks very like not in the best condition as she turns to like leave from here.
Oh, Nyra's too nice. She's gonna go over to the woman. She has to help her elders, and she'll just be like, if you're not going too far, I could help lighten your load.
She starts signing something and then seems to wait to see if you're able to understand her.
I'm hoping to learn it soon, but I don't know it yet.
The gnomish man who like kind of watches this interaction between you two goes, "She doesn't live very far, I know that. She comes here all the time, and I see her come from that way," and like points down the road where you would know there were like some residential homes around that area.
Just wait 1 second. I'm just gonna send a message to Raelynn. This is weird to ask, but could you come down and help someone with sign language?
I guess she'll look at Leif, who's in her room. Can we have the rest of this conversation tomorrow? Nyra needs me.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Are
That's
you sure?
fine. Yeah. The other thing, if you're not sure if we can talk about sensitive stuff in here, then the other thing needs to wait anyway.
Okay. Sleep well then. And she'll like pat his forearm.
Not going to be a problem.
Let yourself out. And then she'll get up and walk downstairs to find Nyra. Yes?
I will look like I'm insisting this woman give me what she's holding. She can speak to you.
Raelynn
I just want to bring her hands
Hello.
up.
Did you need some help?
Yeah, I'll just say she's
Yeah.
signing. But she responds with, "Thank you, you're very sweet, and so is your friend.
She is.
She wants to walk me home. I'm just 2 blocks that way." And she kind of points to the just down the road.
She lives 2 blocks away if you want to help.
Yes, I think she could
Yes,
use
she
it.
does. Yes.
And she's just going to start trying to lead down the path. Does Raelynn go along with them?
Yeah, just in case.
You guys head down the street. It's a lot less busy than it was earlier. It's getting pretty late in the day now, and this area is mostly people's homes and small businesses. You find yourself walking along, and she's struggling a bit. She's having a difficult time, very kind of like lethargic movement. As you head towards this little, it kind of looks like a little duplex sort of situation, just 2 houses kind of connected to each other, very small and quaint. And she kind of looks to Raelynn and signs, "That's mine on the left up there."
Perfect. Hers is the one on the left. Raelynn will like offer her arm to like help the woman just walk, especially if she has to like walk upstairs to get to her house or something.
Yeah, there's a small little set of stairs that go up. And when you guys kind of find yourselves on her little like doorstep, she looks over at both of you and smiles very weakly, and she looks at Raelynn and says, "Can you tell your friend that I'm very thankful, and also thank you for everything? It's nice to know there's still kindness."
Sure. So she'll tell Nyra everything she just said. But really it was no problem at all.
She's going to sign her name to you. I'm Amaravaxalyn.
Amaravaxalyn. Evelyn. And this is Lily.
She signs, "Nice to meet you." I think she takes the package and then she heads up towards the door, and just as she's about to head in, she kind of turns back and says, "Could you wait here for a moment?"
She'd like us to wait. Nyra, are you okay waiting?
Yep. Heads inside for a few minutes. You can kind of see light moving around in the house. It's like a soft pink light. But eventually, go ahead.
While we're alone, something about the way I'm concerned. It reminds me a bit of, I don't want to say it to upset you, but your mother.
I'm aware. It seems like she's in the later stages, but I haven't heard her. Has she coughed? No.
It's like a few minute walk. You haven't really heard her try to speak or anything. So you don't hear her try to.
Yeah.
You don't hear her cough or anything like that.
And she didn't have one of those bracelets. Did she?
No, not that you've seen.
Could be what the mages told us about, if it's not the exact thing my mother had.
She's so young.
So was the other.
Eventually, she comes back out of the house. And she kind of, she's holding a little, what looks like, almost like a jewelry box, just a tiny one. And she goes, she'll hand it over to you, and as she's doing that with her other hand, she signs to Raelynn. She kind of like spells it out. Thank you.
It's okay. We don't need payment.
She signs back to you. I'm not going to need it.
Why not?
She then, you hear her like have it feels like you can hear it in her chest. It's like really not, it's like there's some liquid almost in her chest as she starts coughing, and then when she stops, she kind of gives you an apologetic look and says, "I don't have long left." And then she also follows that up with, "They have no kin."
I think Raelynn is going to look like she is going to cry and walk away, just for like a moment to clear her head, and leave Nyra with her. Sorry, I'm not your translator, but she'll be like, and she'll come back and just after a while. So if you want to do anything while she takes a breather,
she would just say, because she can understand you, right? Like it's not.
Yeah.
She's knows others who have passed.
Again, just sort of an apologetic look.
Raelynn will just come back and apologize. That was rude of her. Like she's like, it was rude of me. Sorry, it wasn't rude of the lady.
She's very insistent that you don't need to be sorry, and she understands.
Nyra just puts a hand on Raylan's shoulder. It's really warm.
But
we know
please,
where you live. Oh, sorry.
She's gonna like try to offer the box to you again.
We'll hold on to it. But it doesn't mean we'll keep it. We know where you live. We'll bring it back one day. And she's just gonna like put her hand on her shoulder, trying to comfort her.
A little bit of like misty-eyedness, like not like sad, but like touched, sort of. And she gives you a nod. And she goes, "Until then." To let herself go back into the house.
I think Raelynn's just gonna hook arms with Nyra.
Nyra will insist that they look in the box, just in case it's something they really shouldn't be taking. She's like,
What a nosy
on their
Nyra.
property. No, I don't know if you should take this.
That's fine. That's fine.
Like those kids on Halloween, like, look what they gave us.
They gave full chocolate bars.
Yeah.
Did we take this?
It's a little square sort of box, and inside they're like thin bars, but they are like thin gold, sort of like trade bars. Kind of 4 of them stacked on top of each other and neatly in this little box.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. We're just holding on to them.
Okay.
You okay?
Will you teach me sign language? No one down there spoke it in that. Or
I'd be happy to. Be nice to have someone to talk to. You can say all the things about everyone and they won't have an understanding of what you're talking about. You can literally sit at a table and no one knows. It's great.
Vale's actually been secretly learning sign language instead of Draconic this whole time so that he knows
He has
what you're
comprehend
saying.
languages. He can
Yeah.
always know.
He can just subtle cast comprehend languages whenever someone starts doing it.
are you alright?
If I had a gold for every time we talked about this tonight, well, I would have 2 gold. Leif was concerned earlier
Looks a little
too.
confused.
Yeah. I'll be fine. It's been 9 years, I think.
Death does not get easy for the living.
No.
But we can hope Lyrio made it easy for her.
I hope so. Thank you, Nyra.
So sad, Vixx!
Yeah, come on!
And now for my next trick. How far do Alina and Vale take their enjoyment of the drinks at the little spa?
As tempting as it is, Vale's not going to let things get out of hand because he's already concerned about the travel ahead of them, and yeah, he doesn't want to jeopardize that.
I need to plug in my headset. So, Alina, do you agree?
Yeah, I would say, like a nice buzz, but nothing that's gonna cause a problem in the morning. I'm assuming we're leaving like fairly early to hit the road again.
Yeah, we should.
And I think it's less about like drinking a lot and more about like the one-on-one time they're getting to just like have a conversation together.
just being relaxed, sort of.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Then if there's nothing that anyone wants to do with the rest of the night, I think we'll get you guys settled into your rooms for the evening.
Mhm. Is this where she's gonna hit us with crazy dreams?
Probably. The bed is so big, but somehow
Almost.
Chinook is still just like right there.
It's like, buddy, go guard the door. And he does, but then comes back like half an hour later. Just
He waits till like they're actually asleep, and then you wake up and you're like, you back.
And somehow has pushed both of you to the sides of the bed.
yeah. He crawls up in between and then lays down and sprawls.
Oh, Raelynn would have sent Varric a message before the evening because she wants to make sure
fair enough.
his birthday. But she would have just said, large groups headed from the south up to Mournhold. Stay clear of the wildlife. Crom has my gift for you. Happy birthday. Be safe. Love, Raelynn.
And she's sending that before she goes to bed.
Yes, she wants to make sure it's on his actual birthday.
I'm not gonna count my words here,
That's
but I will just assume that the gist of the message got fit into this. You can tell that by his voice that he's like exhausted. He says, "Thank you, I got it." And understood. And there's like a little bit of an exasperation to his voice in that. And he goes, "The mages have given us more problem than I thought, and I can't figure out why." I'm fine though. He like says that very, very like firmly. And yeah, I think that's probably the gist of the message.
cool.
As you guys settle in, you have a pretty restful night. Nothing strange happens to interrupt you. However, Bill's pretty early riser, so is Raelynn. Nyra, of course. I think you guys all wake up to the murmuring outside your window. Like you can hear like as if like the glass is kind of muffling, like the building's muffling some noise outside. And it sounds almost like a chanting of different phrases coming down from the street below. Like near the front of the building where the little like park, the square is. Though I don't think actually I think Vale and Alina's and Leif's rooms all face that way.
Well, Vale will open the curtains and go down to see what's happening without getting dressed.
You see a bunch of people gathered in this little city square area. They are holding up various like signs, and they're chanting. It seems like they're all chanting different phrases that it's hard to make out at first, but roll me a perception check. you see these dwarves and gnomes and humans, and they're all just like holding up like banners with things written on them. And
And an 11.
yeah, you have a hard time making out what they're saying, but you can see on their signs it says things like "Forge the future" and "The sky's not our enemy," and "Open the skies."
What the fuck?
And you can see that there are maybe 10 or so guards from the city watch here, just kind of standing back, making sure that they don't get out of control, it seems like.
Okay. Well, they seem to be upset about something. Does the phrase "release the sky" mean anything to you? The sky's not our enemy?
Do you think this is about the artifact you saw? Getting them
one
back
that
into the
would-
sky?
That could be it. If they're looking to launch another sky city. Oh god.
Or at least sky travel. Even though you can see the shattered stair from here.
Yeah, the hubris of these people, honestly.
I think we make note, we eavesdrop on the way out, and otherwise we let them be.
We do have to be on our way, but yes, what we can learn on the way out might be valuable. We should make sure the others are aware.
If they're in protest for and under watch by guard, perhaps the artifact and the promise of flying travel is more contentious than we thought.
Perhaps it's a popular opinion here and unpopular elsewhere.
Especially if this seems to be a city of industry.
Yeah. But those who had lived through the tragedy probably remember that all too clearly. Interesting. This country's about ready to tear themselves apart, much like the provinces of Hedgarath once were.
I think all it might take is a couple of well-placed rumors and explosions. Good thing we know people good at both of those.
Definitely need to seek opportunities. Alright, well, Vael will get dressed and ready to leave, and before they leave the inn, before they leave like their little hallway where the four rooms meet kind of thing, he would explain what's going on outside and ask everyone to kind of be on their toes, pick up whatever they can.
I think before that, though, Raelynn and Nyra, you guys got up particularly early. You do hear this commotion outside, and you can kind of tell that Vael and Alina are up just from like shuffling movements, and also the fact that Chinook is like going insane with excitement for leaving in their room at the moment. What would you like to do with your little... it is the 28th of Earthrest, and in Tarashna, that is a very special day where they perform the Sunblade rites. Do you guys go up to the top of the tower to do that?
I would
Nyra would suggest it.
Yeah.
You guys find yourselves with like just enough time to set yourselves up and catch the sun before it's fully like over the horizon. You would know that you needed to be up there to catch kind of like the first rays of the morning light on this day for it to truly be like symbolic. And do you want to describe a little bit about how this looks for Nyra helping Raelynn through this?
Nyra would place them as close as they can be to where it would happen. And she would instruct her to start sharpening the blades. It has been a while since you've done this, and it is different. It's much shorter on the road. And she'll pull out she'll take her holy symbol off her hip and put it with some anointed oils that she brought with her from the temple, and she'll just wait until the last moment, and she says, as a non-follower of Israel, I will say the opening prayer, and you will then speak your vow or truth to her.
Understood.
And Nyra, and she will wait for Raelynn to like hold the now fully sharpened blade up to her, and she will just take a very soft cloth and brush the oil over it and says, in light you are known, in warmth you are welcome, in flames you are changed.
Raelynn's just gonna hold her sword and like close her eyes. And you know when you like talk to yourself, it's barely a whisper and you don't realize you're saying it out loud, but she's going to do that. And she's just gonna say, I vow to embrace the cleansing fire. May it burn away my lingering feelings, leaving only what is unbroken and steadfast. I swear my mind, body, and soul to the protection of my house and my country. I will no longer let distractions get in my way. Upon this blade, I swear my oath. May it serve me in battle, or may I fall wielding it in its devotion. Thank you, Cheryl.
You feel a warmth very similar to when Nyra kind of asserts her own warmth through her touch.
Yeah.
Just kind of resonate with you at the moment. And yeah, you guys finish these rites as the first rays of sunlight kind of catch your sharpened blade. And it just feels like peaceful. Like you feel like you were in a conversation where you were just heard.
Thank you, dear.
Anytime. Well, any 28th of the month.
I do have a lot of blades.
Eventually, though, you guys do find yourselves kind of. You were both expecting them to come like out of the bedroom, but they came like down the stairs or the elevator instead.
Elevator.
Save our
Vail has like a
energy for
moment of
today.
realizing, oh right, they were up there. Yeah. Well, there are protesters outside. They seem to be, as far as we can tell, we think maybe they're protesting the lack of building another flying city. We're not sure.
At very least, flying travel like we heard about at a certain party.
But I think that it'd be beneficial for us to learn as much as we can on our swift exit.
Ears open, but don't engage if possible. Report back.
Okay.
Knock on Leif's door.
I would have had
Waited.
Leif out there already waiting for you guys. Yeah.
Leif, you're feeling refreshed today. No, and so are you, Raelynn. No longer exhausted. But yeah, you guys are able to kind of you make your way out. You note that you don't get charged for the additional drinks that you have partaken in while you were. Anything that you would have got from the like tavern area, like if you go and sit down and eat, they do charge you for that. But anything outside of that seemed to be like included. And
It's the price of the room.
you were
It's an
told
all-inclusive resort.
you were told that things down here are expensive too.
Yeah.
But yeah, you head outside, gather your horses, which takes a minute, like a couple of minutes. So you're able to
Valet parking.
you're able to kind of glean. All of you can hear now what they're chanting, at least. Why did I close that as soon as you guys were leaving here, though?
I don't know.
You hear very similar to what they have on their signs and stuff. You hear them say things like "Forge the future," "Fear grounded us once, never again," and you hear them say "Beldrim gates should open the skies," and you hear actually. Everyone roll a perception check if you're kind of staying around the inn area.
The tower?
Yes.
Mm.
Oh shit, look at y'all. No one rolled below a 19.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
You're on it today. You catch a name that's very familiar to you at this point. You hear Tanner Delgren has our best interest in mind, and you hear another voice saying Helga Beldrim doesn't know what she's talking about, and then it's followed up by support Tanner. It seems almost like to you guys, like this whole protest feels a little bit like a smear campaign.
And it's the same people who are saying like "Unleash the Sky" that are saying these things.
Yes.
Okay.
None of us have the ability to like cast our voice or anything, do we? Just looked at my spells.
Like a thaumaturgy sort of situation.
Yeah.
No, I've got nothing like that.
And I wanted to cause some chaos as we left.
I've got minor illusion.
Mm-mm.
What do you all think? Do you think we cause a little chaos before we leave?
That's why we're here.
No, we're not here to cause chaos. We're here to be secretive and continue on with the mission. Leif, come on.
Were we not specifically tasked with disrupting things?
Vixx, just to double check. Tanner Delgren, who's the current chancellor, wants to open the skies.
That's what you are gleaning from
Okay,
this.
I just wanted to make sure I was following correctly.
Yep.
I just meant slip into the crowd, spout a little pro Helga.
Sure.
But if you think we should leave,
No, it's okay. I'm just wondering about the time.
We do have to be on our way.
we can go.
Besides, I think if we say anything in support of Helga, this mob might turn on us and we might have to fight our way out.
Wish I had a thaumaturgy.
Is there anyone? Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think I can. Yeah, I had a thought about maybe something I can do, but I honestly don't think I can make any difference with the resources that I would have to spend for it. So it's
Yeah.
You hear, lift the ban on aerial suspension! And that seems to just rile everybody up. And you actually see that they're kind of gaining a little bit of a crowd here. That's
actually,
watching
you
them.
know what? I think I can do a little bit of damage. Who? Get the horses off the property over there. I'll meet you there in just a moment.
Do you need someone to stay with you?
Sorry?
Do you need someone to stay with you?
I want to not look like us.
All right.
And then once he has a minute
You don't fall 100 feet out of the sky this time.
I promise I won't. Once everyone's kind of cleared the area, he gets an opportunity to change into a different form. I don't know, let's say a dwarf that is pretty broad-shouldered, has a big red ponytail and a big red beard. He'll walk up to whoever... Sorry?
Now, is he filling out his clothes to do this?
Yeah, he's gonna be... They're gonna be kind of tight on him.
All right.
Yeah.
Just wanted to check, because I know you might have other options, so...
Yes, but no, I think he's just gonna kind of... He's not going so big. He's going to go shorter and then broader, but like it won't be so big that it'll damage anything. And he'll walk up to one of the... anyone who seems like a lot of people are listening to them. Like anyone who has got a lot of attention.
You find a young for a dwarf man who seems to be you kind of pick up pretty quickly that they're the one that seems to be changing the tide of what they're chanting. And he's standing very central near the front, and he's also kind of speaking more directly to anyone who seems to be crowding a little bit.
All right. And sorry, can you long rest us real quick? Because I have to burn resources here.
Oh, yeah.
Can I quickly say, when Raelynn turned away to go get the horses, she looked at Leif and she just said, "I'm turning my back now," and winks at him. Like she was trying to make like a spectacle of like, I'm being the leader, but like what I don't see.
Is Leif doing anything with that minor illusion that he has?
No, after Vale was like, "I've got this," and Raelynn was like, "We're not here for this," and he was like, "All right, sure."
Steal money.
It's what?
Steal money, she said.
Steal money. Oh, I mean...
If Tanner's having to put on this big of a show, he must be worried about keeping a seat. That's something.
It will subtle cast suggestion. And
All
this
right.
charismatic leader of the mob is going to say, "Hey, you know what? Maybe we should trash that factory and show them what we really think."
All right, what do I have to roll for them?
That's a wisdom saving throw.
Of probably more than they can...
No, it's less than a 20, so they're...
They'd have to roll a 20. Wait, wisdom? Oh, yeah, 20, yeah.
All right.
All right, well, let's put that there.
That is not gonna do it.
That's a 9.
So for the next hour, he really thinks that's a great idea.
Yeah, I don't think he goes to do that, but he's definitely like getting more destructive in nature in the in his speech. And can you Do you guys leave immediately after Vale says that? Like, are you guys heading down the road, or are you guys just waiting for the horses?
Oh, this was this would have been after we had the horses and like we're ready to leave, kind of thing. Because Vale's just gonna walk through the courtyard, say this, and then take off. And
Okay, I'm just
Join
wondering
you.
who's around to make an insight check, because I would like you all to do that if you're still within this area.
I think I would have stayed close enough to keep an eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it's just a matter of like, don't be standing next to me. Just be on the other side, and
Yeah.
I'll come to you.
You said insight?
Yep.
Any open?
Yeah, sure.
Oof.
Interesting, Nyra.
I know. I'm so tempted to use my inspiration. Yeah, I'll use it. It's the end of the session. Why not? Nope. Wow. I'm distracted.
As you guys are heading out, you do seem to see a shift in the guards. Like, it's like a trickling effect almost, with the way that they kind of encroach into the space, and things seem to be getting tense now here between the guards and the crowd. And by the time you guys are like down the road, it seems as though the guard has completely like kind of spanned out to subdue this protest now. And you don't hear any more chanting of these phrases. It's more now just a yelling at guard situation at the moment. Yeah. It doesn't take long for you guys to get to the exit of Beldrim's Gate. You find yourselves... Do you try to travel on the road for as long as possible?
As long as it's heading in the right direction.
For like a couple of hours, it does seem to go, just because of the fact that there's so much rough terrain at the edge of Vale's Reach. It does go along that way for a bit.
Are there other travelers on the road?
You see a couple of people here and there, small groups. They're not traveling as briskly as you. A lot of them seem to have like wares that they are traveling with and are going slower.
If we're short on time, I can save what I want to share for next session. For when we're traveling.
It's up to everybody else.
I'm fine either way. I have nothing else except we are in agreement. We're going to be pushing our speed a little bit so that we can attempt to make it there in one go. Okay.
If it's realistic to still have a conversation with everyone while traveling at this speed.
I mean, I let you guys have a whole conversation about gods at like a little bit less than this, and Leif was running, so I feel like it's not that out of the question.
Okay. I'll wait until there is no one in sight on whatever portion of the road we are at this point.
I think when you get to that point, it's when you cross over into what feels like a completely different territory. It's a few hours go by, and suddenly everything ahead of you looks like very thick, plush grass, sort of like mossy terrain almost to a degree, and the air feels very damp and cool-like. And if you picture Ireland, you're picturing the right thing, but massive. So
I owe you all some information. I know I've been keeping my cards about the Sisterhood very close to my chest. And thank you all for trusting me back at the camp. I heard from Kemi again the other night. All she asked was if I had told anyone she was here. I just told her not the sisterhood. She was my roommate when we were younger. And I know that puts me in a tricky position with sharing about her. When you move from a regular sister to an advanced sister, you have to prove yourself to one of the mothers to prove you're worth taking on. And we fight like hell to be noticed. And then we're selected. And then we're isolated. May and I shared everything, and then all of a sudden we couldn't. I have no idea what missions she's been on. She doesn't know what missions I've been on. We're not allowed to share. Everything, once you become an advanced sister, is shrouded in secrecy. So, I still find it hard to lean one way or another on if she's gone rogue and is out to hurt Hedgarath. If she truly believes the sisterhood has done so much wrong that she is in the better for being in Savorin. And now that I have another option for what my future could look like, it's easier to question. It's hard to question when you have nowhere else to go, no one else to trust, and you have to accept things as they are. And so that is the tension I'm living in. It's the dangerous balance I'm trying to walk, because I don't want to give up everything I've put my life into if Kemi's wrong. And if she's right, I don't want to lose my inside tether to the sisterhood and information I could glean that we could then share at the opportune time to bring them down. I wish it was easy, that there was a good side and a bad side very clear. But things are never like that. The sisterhood operates in shadows. Maybe they're good shadows. Maybe it's keeping the right hand from the left to protect the Saveths and their truth and honor by doing the dirty work. And maybe they're so hidden because they operate with their own misaligned motivations.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
For clarification, what was your mission? That would help us know how the sisterhood work.
1 second while I pull up a pinned message. I've had many over the years. I've returned a misdelivered letter, helping me get an in with a family that was marked for closer observation. Helped spread rumors into Shendar to see how susceptible Vale was to rumors. I served as a tutor to a young, up-and-coming influential family to further their ties to the sisterhood. Vale knows this now. I was set to observe him for a long time. His connections, who he grew close to. As he poked and prodded at the sisterhood as he returned this prodigal son of a Shendar. They were curious about him, his lineage being the last of his family.
Just as a DM, just because this one wasn't written, in the very first episode, Mother Ona, in her carriage, told you that while you're out there, she wants you to make note of who's making alliances, who's planning marriages, what deals are being struck, and to pay attention to any whispers among the group about their futures.
Thank you for that reminder. I was told to keep an eye on all of you. Alliance's talks of the future. Haven't reported back on any of you. The last thing I was told about Kemi was that she'd been sent on a similar mission as I into Savorn and had vanished. The thesis of hers we found was dated from before the last time I saw her. I don't know if she'd been sent undercover for a while. She was acting outside of her given mission before returning. I don't know.
Cards on the table. I've been watching the Sisterhood myself for quite some time. I've not gleaned as much information as I normally am able to do. They're very well protected, their secrets guarded. But I'm saying this just to point out that I'm also still on the fence. I don't know where their loyalties lie, and that is the primary focus of mine.
And you all know more than my closest friend at the Sisterhood ever got to.
I just don't understand why it's any of their concern what we talk about, who we fall for, what we're doing as our own individual personal lives.
Futures, alliances. How the
You
houses
can't
are
marry in the
connected.
Sisterhood. What does it matter?
It's not about sisters marrying, it's about you all. Which houses connect with other houses, how alliances build. The Sisterhood deals in information. They wage war with words, not weapons.
Yes, I've thought that myself, and I'm very much hoping that they just want the information. They want to know before the people know. They want to be able to put their thumb on the scale if they need to, which is questionable at best, worrying at worst. And another thought crossed my mind after we saw the title of that thesis. I'm concerned they are looking to make a weapon, or rather, breed a weapon.
There's been multiple reasons why I became so obsessed with the day runes. About seeing a vision with Andrew having such an intense conversation with Mother Ona. A woman who I worked all I could to impress and still do, and who I really know nothing about.
I think
So those are all of my cards on the table.
Sorry, what was that, Megan?
Oh, I was just gonna say Raelynn is just taking it all in kind of thing and trying to puzzle it together, how she feels having gone to the Sisterhood and know people like this and all that. It's just a lot for her taken.
And for most of Adgarath, what they do really is what they say they do. For most of the young women that pass through. Only invited into the rest of the world of secrets when you stay. So at its front, it's a good place to learn and develop friendships and alliances and become better leaders for the future amongst the noble houses. Well, there are women there who deserve to get punched, she'll say, looking at Raelynn and thinking about Sonya. And
But what is their end game? That's what always worries me.
I'm not a mother, so I don't know. Didn't even know about the kelp. Apparently, I am not at the level to have received the same gown that Kemi did.
But you have it now.
I do. And Did you tell us about what Vixx said? Would you have told us about what Vixx said to you about the mage thing.
Oh, yeah, in the morning, like once we would have traveled.
Yeah. And I already regret not sharing it with them, coming up with some false pretense of where we found it.
Yes, I
I'm
wasn't
sorry
too
for
happy,
that.
but
I know. I'm walking
I
a
asked-
very thin line and have fallen on the wrong side at times.
just won't let it happen again.
No, the first chance I get to send it back to them. It's
We'll find the information.
was hoping it really was just a prototype, but if it's in production, if the mages are using it to their advantage here, we should tip the scales in our favor.
We should tell Laverick. Wait, look. We didn't tell them about the dress, but they know about the blue kelp, right? We've told them that.
They just know about the kelp.
Yeah, I told them
Right.
about the kelp,
But
but not the like properties of,
Yeah.
and they don't have the like
Yeah.
fabric to study on how it's
Right.
integrated.
because the kelp isn't just used for dye.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
If we can tell him about how it can be used, what properties it can give to mages, he can commission any ship from Wormcrest's fleet. They're probably not in the best shape, but
It's something.
it's something.
Can
I
tell
don't
them the
even know how
specific
to harvest it.
properties.
But
I'm sorry about that, Raelynn. I'm panicked.
Gosh, I don't even know where Raylan's head is right now. Because
a lot.
she had asked her, as long as it doesn't hurt my cousin, and now it's hurting her cousin, so she's kind of like, but I think she's just going to reach into the bag of holding and hold the sending stone to Alina and say, make this right, fix your mistake. I'm not mad at you.
That's worse.
This is the
That's
point.
worse. No, go ahead. Be mad.
I think Alina just feels like a calming presence on her lower back as the mage hand just presses against her.
The sending stone, does that operate like the sending spell?
Yeah, it just can only do one spell a day.
Okay, just once a day.
Yeah, it just saves you a spell slot.
Gotcha. I can type up the exact message later so I don't spend the next 20 minutes trying to shorten it to 25 words, but will summarize the properties of the dress and that we know it has to do with the kelp. I will use ascending to add additional if I need to, and say that we have found this gown with these properties and that we will get it back to them at the earliest possible opportunity.
Leave Rowan here to send it on a bird or something.
Such a bird out
The
of here.
velocity of a laden swallow.
He'll get there in maybe like 3 days. No, they can't reply.
Yeah, you don't know if they got it. Or if their cousin got it.
Yeah.
I think like the gist of the message that you get is it sounds like his voice sounds as if like it's labored, like as if he had been fighting recently or something like that. Kind of winded. And when the message comes back, it's like it's kind of just like short little answers like, thank you, we'll do what we can, do what you can, you're doing good work, I have to go now, and then you don't.
You get a phone call mid-battle.
Yeah.
I think him saying you're doing good work kind of feels like a stab. She doesn't feel like she has by
Aw.
withholding this.
Do you give the sending stone back to Raelynn when you're done using it?
Mm-hmm.
She will take it and she will look you dead in the eye and she will say, "You're the strongest woman I know. You don't need them. You're more powerful than Ona if you put your mind to it. I know you'll do great things. Thank you for correcting your mistake."
Vixx is looking at her level 19 character sheet. Like, oh.
We got time, okay? We got time.
So there is a level higher than her.
Yeah.
For
It's
now,
God.
she's not just sitting around.
Yes, she is.
And I think Raelynn will notice tears glimmer in Alina's eyes.
I'm on a horse going really fast, so I can't like them away. But like I noticed them and I just like give you a
They're just like streaking back in the wind, like just flicking
Her
out
hair
her
is just
face.
like, oh no, I forgot to braid it.
We'll talk more later.
All right, you guys were pushing it
Yes.
today. All right. Along the way, you let's actually, I feel like I'll fucking kick myself if they're like, oh, you would have noticed this on the way if I don't look at the map. Bring a bit of a-
Would we notice it though?
Along the way, you do see again, similar to yesterday. There's little small towns kind of nestled in some of the valleys of this country that aren't on the map that you guys had. You go by maybe two of them. One is like north, and the other, it's like right along the road before you have to kind of go off of it in order to do a straight shot to where you're going. How many hours are you pushing past your...
Well, we're doing the fast pace, and we're doing 9 hours. So.
Okay, so none
Yeah.
then?
Well,
And that-
9. We're doing the first pushing it. That isn't needing a save.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that takes you to where exactly did you figure?
I did have an image in the Discord that gives us, I believe it was 12 X's, so I believe that gets us, depending on where the crossing is. If the crossing is before how far we can go, then we actually can make it to Malinford. If not, then we're like right across the river south of it.
You end up having, so you end up having to go like north a bit to cross the river. Like if you came out of Beldrim's Gate a little bit down and then went straight, you have to then go a little bit north. So you're kind of like then lined up with Malinfort, if that makes sense. But let's see, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You are going to have to push it once with a roll.
Another.
Yep.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. We can sleep on the train.
When is it? Con save?
Yeah.
I'll make one of these one day.
Day is that day? Oh, not for me.
No, it's not. No, it isn't.
I will.
I'm
You know what?
using
I'm gonna burn my
inspiration.
inspiration.
I'm gonna use an inspiration.
You passed, Alina.
Oh, I did?
The
Oh.
DC's 10. Yeah.
Okay, good, but no, I got a 9. Oh no, I got a 10. Oh, never mind. was
I got
listening
9
to it.
twice.
Oh no.
Got a nat 1 and a nat 20. So.
Hell yeah.
Duality of man.
Yep, 9-9. Yeah. Leif, it's fucking exhausting running. Like you're trying to keep up with these damn horses, but it's fucking tiring. And Raelynn, I feel like just a mixture of the amount of travel and also the emotional toll that you've already had to deal with for the day has kind of made you feel worn out. So one note I will say is that when you go across the bridge is massive. It's like a mile wide. It's short, but it's wide as you head over. And in the distance, you can see Malenfort. You're still about an hour out, I think, when you guys think to take note of this. So none of you rolled perception checks to be looking out for shit, so I am just saying that you didn't notice these things, but
I don't think you can when you're pushing your pace.
It's disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You notice as you come into a bit of a clear area, it seems like Malenfort has been specifically chosen to be here because of the terrain sort of flattening out, leveling out for a good distance. There is what looks like a sort of mine cart rail, but large and made of steel. Kind of coming out from somewhere in this like cityscape in the distance. The city doesn't look tall and looming like other places that you've seen in Saboran, but you can tell right away that it is still large, sprawling. Alina, Vael, actually maybe all of you now, but Alina, Vael, and Nyra probably notice it most palpably, that it seems like there's some sort of arcane shield over top the entire city skyline, which you might guess is why that's not so tall. But Raelynn and Leif, you kind of oddly do feel that awareness of it now. You guys have both been having strange interactions of a magical nature, and you kind of pick up on it for like the first time in ever, maybe.
Yeah, I have no idea what that feeling is, but I definitely have it.
Your line of sight, if you follow it down this track, there are massive constructions of stone rings with the same blue sheen, like over top arcing around this rail. And they seem to be really spread out, but you can definitely see from here there are runes carved into this structure. You make your way closer to the city. This one, it's walled, but there's not like a heavy sort of military vibe about it. And you're seeing people who are they're dressed very colorfully. There's lots of, even from the distance, you can see lots of ocean colors, greens, blues, light yellows that look a little bit green. You can, with pops of like orange and red that are very rare. It seems like they favored like the ocean colors here. And the buildings are more around what you're used to back home, but they also look newer. Like a lot of the places you guys live are kind of older. And you find yourselves traveling again. You kind of meet up again with the road after this bridge here. And you note that there is an archway that goes into the city that doesn't have this blue sheen to it, and people are just coming and going freely. But on the other side, you can see down the road, inside the city walls, is this long train that is 3 floors tall. Very sleek design at the front. And it is mostly made of like what you would probably think is lighter weight metals. And beside it you see this maybe 2-story building with a it kind of looks like a kind of looks like an hourglass, but like thin. It's like they have a clock or a timer or something affixed where you might consider a like large clock on the outside of like a train station or something. And you can see that it's about halfway emptied, currently where it's positioned from here. But before you guys actually really truly enter the city, I think we'll call it there, because I don't want to fucking get into a whole nother slew of NPCs tonight. My brain is dead.
That's fair.
Oh, you guys actually made it farther than I thought you would. I thought there would have been a lot more things that caught your immediate interest.
We wanted to, but we were on a mission.
Yeah, on the way back, hitting up that telescope.
I'm gonna go on the pilgrimage to the eye.
You guys are just gonna each have your own little staycation as you head back through this.
And we got to do sow a little discord.
Yeah.
Little espionage.
This is like the end-ish of the day, is that right?
I
Or
believe
did you
so,
guys
since we
leave
pushed
pretty
it.
early?
We did leave pretty early, but
9
At
hours, 10
dawn.
hours.
10
maybe
hours.
10 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's certainly like evening.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a like an overnight train, or if we'll have to like rest and wait for the morning train. But we can figure that out before next week.
If that's the case, is there anything you guys wanted to do before like here? I don't want to just skip over, but I'm willing to just skip ahead to you guys.
I think if we had to wait, I'm good, but I think Brittany and maybe someone else wanted to get some shopping in.
That'd be
I
nice.
did want to restock, but then we kind of got restocked.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I think I'm probably fine.
I think it was more gifty
It's
shopping
that stuff.
than yeah.
If we're stuck in town for the night, she'd go to the market, but
Yeah, it's an if stock, maybe we'll find things, but if not, then
I feel like we're also more likely to find. We're gonna head to the capital, and that'll have a huge market.
Mhm.
Yeah, you'll have cool stuff
So-
there.
Okay.
Not
I
a big
just,
deal.
25 days. It's fine.
I know you guys are also like trying to glean information, so I just don't want to like take that away from you suddenly by being like, and now you're gone.
I think the
the only
train. Oh, sorry. No, you
I
go.
would say Raelynn would continue reading that book. That would be it. I'd put
Okay.
more hours into reading that.
All right, then I think in that case, I have something I want to do before we
Do I need to
if we call it for the evening. If things would load, that'd be great. Fail.
Yes.
I need you. Oh, actually, I skipped somebody. Raelynn.
No.
Yes.
No.
I would like you to roll an athletics check with advantage.
Am I using my exhaustion level
No.
for this? Okay.
No.
Why? It's mid. It's mid.
14's
It's
not
okay.
terrible. 14's not terrible.
Yeah.
It's
don't
not
know.
lose your leg terrible.
Then I would like you to roll just a straight d20 for me.
That's almost a 4.
If this other one's a 14, I'm gonna have some questions.
These are so
These
much
are all
more
with fear.
stressful now that we've seen they affect things.
And then I would like you to roll just a wisdom check, but with advantage.
I'm not good at wisdom. I'm good at wisdom, kind of.
You rolled better.
It wasn't a 14.
Yeah.
It was a 15.
Veil.
Yes.
I would like you to roll just a straight d20.
Okay.
Oh no.
Then I would like you to roll a persuasion with advantage. Lots of 14s.
It's not a 1.
Then I would like you to roll a straight stealth check.
That's not so bad.
Leif. I would like you to roll a wisdom check with advantage.
Advantage. A check, not a save?
Yep. And then I would like you to roll just a straight d20.
I hope that's helpful.
Actually, it's one of those times you wanted to roll low.
Yeah, it's for my dad's plans.
And then the last one is a straight stealth check.
That was weird. You rolled, but it didn't do anything.
It's showing a 21
Oh yeah,
for
it
me.
did. Sorry,
I can do better though. No.
I lied. I can't read.
Alina, roll a stealth check for me. And then roll a performance check with advantage. And then I would like you to also roll just a straight persuasion check. And Nyra? Roll a wisdom check straight for me. Actually, with advantage, sorry. Mhm. Then roll a stealth check for me.
Oh, that's not gonna be good. No.
No.
And then roll a religion check for me. And then I would like everybody to roll just a d20.
I love these straight D20 rolls.
What a dichotomy.
You guys, it almost went in order of like increasing there.
Honestly.
So close.
Whoever has the blue dice made me thought I rolled really well, and then I didn't.
I'm sorry. I'll pick a different set.
No, you're good. I love it.
All right. See what kind of feelings you guys have as you settle in for sleep on the train.